Applications. We're getting to the thick of it. There's a lot of material in here that should be common sense, but it's a quick brush up before we get into tailoring resumes and cover letters. So the different elements of most of the applications that you're going to end up hitting are here. So there are certain parts that are going to be auto-filled. There's certain things that you can tailor your resume and then submit. And the employment history is probably the most frustrating one, where it's asking you to resubmit your entire employment history that exists on LinkedIn and on your resume. I know we all hate it. This section in particular is going to give you so many different ways to speed up the application process, because that is really one of the areas that everybody gets stuck and a lot of people just don't finish. It's crazy. So are you applying wrong? Yes, lots of people are. If your suggested experience is way off, don't bother. There is a difference between missing a few years and missing a decade worth of experience. Do not send docx files. I've already shown that. I want to show you in a bit how to customize. That's coming in the future modules. And then, of course, optimize your job application. This was a perfect screenshot. Watch this girl's video. I think it's really quite nice to have some external validation. She's right across all fronts, albeit she's coming from an HR perspective. Always, always, always apply on the company website. There's notes within here, the URL, where you can really quickly see the application URL is one of those many different applicant tracking system websites. Sometimes it's on a subcategory, subdomain, but ultimately you know that you're on the website. If you're applying directly through LinkedIn, Indeed, a recruiting website, there is no guarantee that that information, the data that you submit, will make it over to the client. That is super frustrating. So always apply through whatever applicant tracking system or website page that exists on the company's website. It's super important to do that. Why do applications have lots of specific questions? I don't know. Give me a guess. Like, why do you think they put in a crazy amount of suggestions in terms of questions? Well, the simple answer is they want to eliminate all of the following: irrelevant and bad fit applications. So they don't want people that are clearly not meant to get into the job. So there's a lot of gotcha questions. Super disinterested applicants that are like, oh, I have to answer more than just a really baseline like submission of my resume. Forget it. Those people might not make great employees, or at least they'd like to think. Low or zero effort people kind of fall into that. And any AI application bots are sometimes confronted with a lot of challenges when you're trying to build those. And I'll show you how we do a slightly manual but mostly automated way of doing it. They're making it harder on purpose, is what I'm trying to say. Questions often fall into themes when we start to think about how we break these things apart and categorize them and then go about tackling each group. So, gotcha or elimination questions are like, how many years of experience do you have within this specific industry? If they're asking, do you have this amount or above, then clearly it's like, okay, if you don't meet that criteria, don't bother. So, sometimes we can stretch the truth on those things. You can always turn around and be like, oh, I didn't know. Practical and logistic type questions are sometimes salary, start date, location. Those can eliminate people if your salary expectation is too high or your location is very important and they don't want to do anything remote. Show me love is basically when they're asking, why us, why me, why our product, why our industry. If you're not tailoring those questions in particular, you're going to miss out on an opportunity, because it's like, oh, they just copied and pasted a bunch of stuff. So we're definitely tailoring with AI answers on those. We want to demonstrate knowledge, and a lot of these questions are asking for either a very specific scenario or a story about how you've done something or a summary of a project that you've worked on. This is very also similar to a specific question where they're asking, what tools have you used? What products have you been around? What platforms, what ecosystems, what were the roles that you had, and how did that affect this, that, and the other thing? They are trying to get specific in order to create a barrier to entry where most people are going to drop off, so there are less applicants, which is good news for you. And we have a way of making it work faster. Just remember, a lot of answers are actually reusable. Now, they've made them in such a way that you can't just directly copy and paste, but using AI, we can sort of tweak or adjust those questions and answers in order to fulfill what they're looking for. So what I've done is create a very simple master answer template where we're going to be plugging in all of these answers alongside the questions and the themes so that it becomes super easy each and every time. I spent a ton of time building out all the different frameworks and prompts and The tutorials within the brief, it's one of my favorite briefs, so please check out the activity at the end of this module. I think it's super helpful. When you're going to copy and paste questions and answers, don't think of it as trying to take this big question that is very specific to a company and then drop it in here. I think most of them don't work that way. So there is an opportunity for us to basically use ChatGPT with a project setup. So they have a project element within ChatGPT that allows us to upload the training material. So that's bullet points, that's our resume, that's our projects, that's our portfolio. We'll then copy and paste some of the company information and, of course, the questions that need to be answered specific to that application, run it, and then paste them back. It is super easy to do. I've taken crazy lengths in order to build that out in a very sufficient and, I don't know, simple way so that anybody can follow along. And I'm hoping that people are going to pick it up and use it because I think it's a game changer. So I've seen this before. I've gotten this question from different people where they're like, they said in the application, don't use AI. And it's like, okay, so what? Part of your job will be to use AI. Every job will be affected by AI. Don't obviously do it super obviously so that everybody knows. And there's different ways to adjust the prompt so that it's using natural language and it's using long and short sentences and it's skimmable and it doesn't feel like it is a apple polisher answer. But yes, there are different ways to go about doing it. I think it's naive to assume that people aren't going to use AI when it's available to them. Like the same rules are applying to everybody, so they shouldn't use AI to parse your resume. I don't know, go figure. Some quick job application statistics. This is really straightforward stuff, but the percent of job applicants that never finish, the percent of completion rate of job applicants that take longer than 15 minutes, and the number of average clicks to complete a single job application. And 92% of people never finish a job application. We've all been a part of that 92%. When it's asking me for way too much information, I say F it and I move on. 3.61% completion rate of job applications that take longer than 15 minutes. Because, of course, you're asking me to set aside a portion of my day to just apply. It shouldn't be that difficult. And 51 is the number of average clicks that it takes to complete an application, which is mind blowing. It's user experience 101, but holy smokes. I have also created a ton of application resources, and it's all centered in one place, which is going to help you build a lot of the activities coming right up. We will be going into a future activity where we are going deep on the level of tracking so that we're not losing sight of all of the different applications that we put out. It's so important if we get good at doing a lot of these applications that we're able to track everything, and we will get into that stuff later. Alongside that, there is a full tutorial that I'm going to go over very soon that teaches everybody how to do tailored resumes using AI, tailored resumes, cover letters, and of course that tracking stuff that we just talked about. But before we get into that, remember autofill tools? Yes, we're going to use some of these. We're also going to use ChatGPT and the projects settings to be able to really do a lot of these questions and answers at scale. So the big activity that we're heading into right now is the master answer list and autofill. So there's a ton of real value packed into these, lots of crazy long prompts that I spend way too much time building that I think are going to be huge for what you're doing. Looking forward to seeing what everybody comes out of this with. And yeah, let's jump into it.